Good morning and welcome to Spire and this ceremony today honoring U.S. students who will enter into a cooperative education program between Spire and Rankin. I'm Tim Goodson, Vice President of Field Operations for Missouri, and one of the things that's very important and near and dear to our hearts is safety. We do not treat safety as a priority. That shocks some people. We treat safety as a value. We do, even as priorities throughout the workday. So to emphasize that point, we start every meeting with a safety minute. And here's one of our employees to give you today's safety minute.
In the event that you do come across a severe weather situation, it's very important that you know how to react. So make sure that you are aware of what your evacuation plans are and where your safe shelter areas are. If you need to know what's going around you in regards to weather, our phones are a very important tool that we can use for that. So you also can use internet as well as if you have a weather radio. So just remember to always stay weather aware. Thank you.
Students, you're going to see this a lot because, as I said, it's a value for us and it plays into everything we do in all of our work, in our offices, as we drive, and in other places. And it won't be too many weeks before we'll probably start to see that severe weather start as the seasons change. As a trustee of Rankin and an officer here at Spire, this has been a vision for me for several years. When I started as a trustee, I noticed the emphasis on the cooperative education programs and how successful they were. And it took me a couple of years to really formulate in my head how to go about this and where to land with it, but we have done that now. And this is a realization of that vision. And again, I welcome you here for this ceremony today. It's going to be a great occasion, and I welcome all these students who are going to join this program. You're the inaugural group. You're the first one, so we have high expectations, and I know you're going to live up to them and set the bar for those who will come after you. Before we move further, I'd like to recognize some folks who have joined us today. First, Stan Schoen, who is the CEO of Rankin, and you'll hear from Stan in a little bit. We have Mike Harmon, Mark Ray, and Ron Wilkie from our local Steelworkers 11-6 group. They're in the room, I believe. Thank you for being with us, gentlemen. Scott Carter, our Senior Vice President and the President of the Missouri Utilities in the back. And then Steve Lindsay, who you'll hear from later, is our Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer. So you can see from the crowd in this room, I don't know if the students have looked behind you, but we've got quite a crowd here for this, and I think that's perfect. So this is going to be, again, a momentous day. We're catching it live. We're going to have things on the internet. So we're really going to advertise this, and we think this is translatable. It is expandable. We have a team that's working in western Missouri already where our operation is located to try to find a partner school who can replicate this and we can do this with over and over again. So this is an idea that really has traction for us as a company. And I think you'll hear from Stan how it has traction nationally as an important program to build skills and create careers and great employment. For those of you who are with us, this is a 2-year program involving a work-study pattern. They'll learn skills. We've added, through the help with Rankin's professionals and academics, a curriculum that emphasizes gas in addition to the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning program within their construction trades degree at Rankin. This has been something that we've seen as we have a demand for workers not only here at Spire, but across the industry in this area. And we believe that the talent that is being created here and the committed pathways will lead to careers in natural gas for many. We hope a lot of those are going to be with Spire, because we have a lot of Rankin graduates in our ranks, and they do a wonderful job for us. Some of them are in this room and have joined us today, and we're pleased to have them as well. But today, of course, we have these 5 students. They've come to officially sign their letters, joining with us. So this is signing day. They're going to get their hat. They're going to get what you call their jersey, which is your Rankin Spire shirt. And your family and friends are here. I'm sure they're proud of you and look forward to great things in the future. Being accepted into this program is not an easy thing. It requires an application to Rankin, being accepted at the school, then being accepted into our program if interest is expressed, and going through a multi-step process with our human resources group and our management before you're selected and actually arrive at this point. So you're a select group in addition to being the inaugural 5. Brandon, Eli, Devin, Robert, and Christopher, we have confidence that you're going to go far with this, and we are pleased that we can see you set this bar high, as I said earlier, Rankin, thank you for partnering with us and bringing this program to fruition. We think this proven model for success, again, can be replicated, can go forward. It's truly our pleasure to partner with you guys and to develop this program. We look forward for everyone to support this and go forward as a model. And before I go further, I want to recognize some very special guests that we have, and they'll come to the podium shortly. But from the Missouri Legislature, the Honorable Missouri State Senator Andrew Koenig, Honorable Representative Dan Shaw, and the Honorable Representative Shamed Dogan. And from the City of St. Louis, our Mayor, Lida Cruzen. And I believe representing the St. Louis Executive's Office in the county, Barbara Frazier, the Education Liaison. There are other elected officials present, or others. I'd be happy to recognize you as well at this time. Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the CEO of Rankin, Stan Schoen, who will give us some remarks in this area.
Again, my name is Stan Schoen. I'm the CEO of Ranken Technical College. Been there for about 12 years. And Tim's been on my board for quite a while. And again, we're always looking for great partnerships, and Spire is one of those. So nobody came to listen to me speak, but I'll give you a quick overview of things to come, so to speak. Number one impediment to economic growth in this region, this state, and this nation is the inability to fill a blue-collar technical workforce. Debate that with anybody who wants to debate it. Every company we deal with would like to bring in more work if they could just find the workforce. So and I also tell them, the good old days are gone. The good old days are going to high school and even graduations and recruiting a student, getting 50 applications, selecting 3 or 4 and keeping them for 50 years. That is not the way you fill those positions anymore. We have got to change that paradigm. And I've also got to tell you, it's not going to get better, folks. If you take a look at how technology is doubling, and I got to tell you, Spire is on the leading edge of technology, and technology doubles every 2 years. If you take a look at that, if you look at the fact that the demographics that we're recruiting from, the school-age children, is decreasing, and the fact that the boomers are leaving and we're 40% of the workforce, we have to change the paradigm. And we think this type of program is how you change that program, that paradigm. We have a standing joke at the school. The best way to train for work is work. Work-based integrated learning is the future. And we think this is a great example of that. You tag on the work ethic and it's a win-win-win. With this program, these students will be paid. They will get job experience. And more importantly, they have a future with this company. This is like handing them $1 million bill, because that's how much it's worth to them in their future. For this company, they will have a skilled, trained workforce with specific skills to their technology, to their company. They have built a relationship, and the long-term staying power of that is exponential. But more important, as far as we're concerned, these will be kids that will be on the active tax rolls, paying taxes to this community, to this city. We think that's a win-win-win, and we are extremely glad to be partnered with a company like Spire that has the vision to help us educate and train and recruit and retain the 21st century workforce. Thank you, Spire, very much. We brought our whole crew with us. There's nobody at the school right now, and it's on autopilot, but we did bring in, real quick, Mr. Don Poe, who is now the president of the college. Beside him is Rankin, who is my vice president of academics, and Shannon, who is my dean of academics. They were very instrumental in working with the Spire group, which is Chris, Dan, Roy. You guys raise your hands real quick. This isn't happening by chance. It took a lot of work and a lot of effort. By the way, a couple of them are Rankin grads. So not only do they know Spire, they know Rankin. And we think that's important because that brings a very important piece to it. And again, thank you guys very much for all your work and helping make this happen.
Mayor Cruzen, would you like to say anything?
Sure. Well, first of all, let me just say thanks for including us, and I want to say congratulations to all of you. This is not easy getting into Rankin, not easy getting this partnership with Spire. So you're the smart kids, and we appreciate that you are interested in this, and that certainly you see the value in partnering with both Rankin and Spire. And Stan, you always, he tells the story the best, doesn't he? I mean, he really does. This is workforce development. You know, that's kind of, I think we need a different name for that. I don't know what it is, but what it means is let's have our folks trained up so that they can be participating, advancing members of our community. And of course, you know, as somebody who runs a city, I love tax-paying members of our community. And I think this whole partnership between Spire, which has been around for 150 years, what's the real number? Maybe 160 now, okay. You know, they used to be called the clean gas, but they have been lighting up our homes and heating our homes. And, you know, when you turn on the shower in the morning, most likely that the reason you have hot water is because Spire is there and on the job. So thank you to Spire for this important partnership. Thank you to Rankin for 110 years, I think is the number. 103. 113, all right. 113 years of helping us help young people become educated and trained for these new jobs. So thank you. You all are important to us, and we appreciate that you're in this program and that, you know, you're going the extra mile here. So thanks to Stan, thanks to Spire. We really appreciate this partnership.
This time I'd like to call on our Missouri legislative representatives, Senator Koenig, Representative Shaw, Representative Dugan, who will make a few remarks and have a very special presentation.
I would just like to say, follow up on those remarks, say congratulations. We're going through this program. And thanks to Spire and also Rankin. You know, the trades are very important for our region. I'm actually in the trades. I'm a painter by trade. You know, in the summer times, I will be painting houses along with doing insurance adjusting. So the trades are very important to our region, especially for our region to grow. So I'll just go ahead.
And I'm just grateful to be here. I'm a very passionate person about education. I've served on the education committee the whole time I've been in the House. And the fact that you all are furthering your education at the same time you're setting yourselves up for a really great career, is just really inspiring. Because a lot of folks your age have no idea what direction they want to go in. I think that's a lot of the problem that our employers face, is that folks are directionless and they don't have a strong work ethic. And the fact that you're getting both of those at the same time and setting yourselves up for a really great future says really great things about you, says really great things about this company for being willing to provide those opportunities. It says great things about Rankin, the fact that you're able to connect with one of our leading corporate entities in the region to provide these great opportunities, which everybody wants when they get out of school. So thank you all for your work involved in this program, and thank you Spire, and thank you Rankin for providing this opportunity for these students.
I'd like to echo what both the Senator and the Representative said before. I'm fortunate enough today to have one of our own residents, one of my constituents that also went to Windsor High School. Knew my daughter graduated last year, and I serve on the school board at Windsor as well still. And we made a very concerted effort a number of years ago to ensure that kids were college or career ready when they left high school. You didn't get in Rankin because you just filled out an application. You had to meet standards. And I remember when I came out of the service and I looked at Rankin, looked at a couple different places to go to school. I became an aviation mechanic. There's standards you have to get. You should be very proud of yourself to meeting those standards. Then to meet the standards of Spire. As the mayor said, we get up every morning, turn on the shower, we expect cold water. We don't think about somebody staying out in the cold weather, digging a hole, patching a line, making sure that's happening. When we get out of bed and the house is warm, we don't think about you guys, Spire, taking care of making sure. But you making the commitment today. You know, we all make a big fanfare. I love this idea of the signing day. We make a fanfare of the kid who's going to go play volleyball in college, all these things. What you're signing today is you're paying off your loan to the future. All those other kids are going to have student loans out the wazoo. I use the word wazoo, is that okay? And it was $1 million check. Somebody said the $1 million check. When you get that paycheck, when you're out of this apprentice program, you're not going to have to pay back a student loan. You're going to be so much further ahead than the kids that graduate college and have no idea what they're going to do. My degree is in aviation technology. I'm not using that at all. What you learn over the next 2 years is going to be the bedrock and the benchmark for where you go in the future, and you'll be using it. And you also learn in the 2 years, maybe this isn't for me, but you've made the commitment today to your future and make sure that I have hot water in the morning. I want to thank you for that. And to the parents who've encouraged them, and that, thank you very much. And to Spire and Ranken, thank you very much as well.
I'm not sure if everyone has one. If someone doesn't have a resolution, just let us know and we'll make sure that you get one. So if Robert can come up. Congratulations. Eli.
Robert from Representative Derek Rock. He couldn't be here today. Thank you as well. And I need better vision. Brandon. On behalf of the Missouri House, we have one resolution here for this program, commemorating the success and the launch of this program, one for Spire and also one for Rankin. Signed by the Speaker of the House and the members here today.
Moving along, we're now going to hear from Missouri's governor.
Hi, I'm Missouri Governor Mike Parson. I wish I could be with you today to celebrate the official launch of the Spire Cooperative Education Program at Ranken Technical College, but I wanted to have the chance to send you this message. One of my top priorities as governor is to create more opportunities for workforce development and education. I believe a knowledgeable and skilled workforce is critical to filling our high-need jobs and moving Missouri forward. The Spire Co-op Program at Rankin plays a big part of this effort by helping people develop the special skills they need to enter the workforce. Thank you, Spire and Rankin, for taking the initiative and demonstrating your commitment to this important goal. By developing people and equipping them with the tools they need to succeed, you're helping to create a stronger workforce and ultimately a stronger state. Lastly, and most importantly, congratulations to the first class of the new Spire Co-op program. I am proud of each of you and look forward to celebrating your successful completion of this program. May God bless you, may God bless the great state of Missouri, and may God bless the United States of America.
All right, that's the preliminaries. Now it's going to get exciting for you guys. Yes, we have something. Please, Barbara, join us.
Very quickly. I congratulate you on being the first. I bring you greetings from County Executive Sam Page, and I am so grateful to you for being the future and looking at this as a step towards really a better and greater St. Louis City and County and region. So congratulations, and I have two letters, one for Eli and one for Robert.
So now we're really going to get excited. This is the actual signing. We're going to start. Stan, if you would join me on the stage. And I'm going to call on a couple of our folks from our Human Resources group, Nicole Fondren, who is a manager of our Talent Acquisition group, and Dana Harris, who's our Senior Specialist in the Talent Acquisition group. Please come up.
Brandon Bowen.
It's cool.
Yeah, that's right.
This is your shirt? Yeah. All right. Take some pictures. Right here. Families, please. Good.
Eli Burris. Devin Shadowan. Robert Raymeyer. And last but not least, Christopher Rickenberg. Please help me in welcoming and congratulating them to the Spire Cooperative Education Program at Rankin.
I'll add my congratulations one more time for this, and it's real now. You're really going to have a great 2 years, both in school and study and at work here at Spire. You're going to find that they're great people, and they'll show you the great gas company that we are. Welcome. And we'll use our energy to drive your success and that of the community as well. Now I'm going to call on Steve Lindsay, our Chief Operating Officer and Executive Vice President, for a few final remarks.
And first of all, I actually want to congratulate Tim. This has been his idea. And ideas are great, but you really got to put something into it and take them to fruition. And I want to tell you that you've done a great job with this. Tim and I go way, way back. And just a point of order here, he gets a lot of credit here for wearing orange all the time, which is great. As you can tell, several years ago, we moved to orange as our color throughout all of our companies. He went to Clemson, so he showed up here with a closet full of orange. But as you can tell, he's very proud of that, even though Georgia Tech, where I went, beat them in basketball earlier this year. And so as we think about what we've talked about today, we open the meeting with literally a value of ours, which is safety. And as Tim said, that's not a priority because priorities change, but your values, they don't. And our other values, we have two other values. One is inclusion. That basically means everybody counts. Everybody's important at this company. And so when you come in the door on your first day, you're going to count just as much as the CEO. You're going to bring value to this company, and keep that in mind. And then the last one is integrity, and that's really just doing the right thing. And the good thing about our values is that they don't end at the end of the workday. They're things you take home with you. And so that's really what we're trying to instill here. And then we also have strategic imperatives. And we have three of those. We do things in threes, I guess, don't we? One is about growing organically, and that's growing the companies that we have. We have a large company here. The mayor referenced this as formerly Laclede Gas, going back 160 years. We have a company in Kansas City, a couple in Alabama, in Mississippi. We just built a pipeline. We have a company in Houston. But really, growing is about the communities that you're in. And so when you come to this company, part of growing organically and part of growing the business is taking care of the customers we have. And so that's really what you're going to be charged with, is doing that. The second is investing in infrastructure. If you look around this city, there's tons of things going on. We're a big part of that. We spent over $1 billion in the last 15 years upgrading our systems to deliver gas so that you have that hot water, that heating, that cooking, everything that people kind of take for granted. There's a whole lot that goes into that. You'll be a big part of that. And then third, and this is kind of the new one for us, but it's really not, it's advancing through innovation. A lot of what we do is, whether you call it continuous improvement, best practices, we've been innovating. We even had an innovation center that we set up across the street. But really what I would view this partnership right now is innovation. We've taken two great companies and brought them together to get an even better outcome. And so I view this as part of the innovation strategy that we have going forward. Just down the road from us is a big thing that everybody knows in this country that St. Louis is known for, is the Arch. If you go into that historical museum, they talk about Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark, they were innovators. They did something first. They were trailblazers. That's what you guys are. You're trailblazers. Everybody here knows you're the first. You're going to lead, and generations are going to follow you. So you should be very, very proud of that. The mayor was kidding about she didn't have the right shoes for here. I was thinking, I actually have shoes that are older than these kids are right now. So you're the next generation of our workforce. We are an aging workforce. We're very proud. We have great employees, but I think you're giving us the opportunity to have even better employees as we move forward. So with that kind of wraps up the official part of the program. I think we're going to have a reception out here, and what I would like is all of our, and let me in closing say, I only thank you for being here today, to our elected officials, both city and state, but really for what you do all the time. You're always on the clock, and we know that, and you're really helping to advance our communities, both locally as well as from the state perspective, and we really appreciate that. So if you'll join us all up here for a photo at the very end, and then everybody can just move outside for a reception. Thank you very much.